Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a little bit since I put up a video, but I thought I'd show you the progress I'm making on the batch that's going to heat treat. I actually lined it up so they'll be getting done this Sunday morning. So first I thought I'd just show this off. This is that EDC that I had for sale a while ago, and then kind of no one was jumping on it, so I decided to keep it. And it's holding up beautifully. It's just become my shop knife. So still really sharp. I don't know if I have any paper around. I do sharpen it often just on a ceramic rod, but you see just a piece of paper here and still just a nice smooth edge. So it's holding up well. I use it to cut all sorts of stuff. I use it to score kydex. I use it to do just about everything out here. So it's a great little knife. So anyway, onto the batch. I'll start off by showing you these, I guess. These are the EDCs. This is one that I've had for a while. You can tell it's one of my older ones just because it doesn't have all the holes in it, but it's going to go and get heat treated. These three as well, same thing. Again, with 1/8, I do not grind the bevels on before I heat treat it. There's just no point. And I actually like, you can see this one I did, but it's actually, since it's so thin, once the steel's hard after I heat treat it, it's actually easier to get a nice clean bevel, because when it's still soft steel, you risk kind of gouging into it, and since it's so thin, it's hard to fix your mistakes. So by waiting until it's hard and the steel's actually harder to grind, the belts take away less material, and you kind of got to be more patient with it. So it actually ends up getting you a nicer blade in the end. So I have 4 of the regular EDCs going to heat treat, and I decided to try something a little different. You can see these are Tanto EDCs. So all I did was basically take, you can see one, and all I did was just take off the little bit of the belly here, a little bit of the belly towards the tip. Got a nice straight Tanto edge with a nice point, so they're going to be interesting, I think. I really like the way they look too. So those are first up. Here's a beauty too. This is the new grind I'm doing on my Tantos. I'm calling it kind of like my slicer grind or something like that. It's kind of gets progressively higher as you get towards the tip of the blade. So that's one of the Tantos. Here's another one of the Tantos, same sort of thing. Again, these aren't finished, guys. I came out last night and did the bevels with a 60 grit, and this is with 100 grit, and I'm going to come out tomorrow night again and kind of try to get them perfectly cleaned up. I like to get them to at least 200 before I heat treat. That way, after heat treat, there's not big deep scratches that I grind out or that I have to grind out after the steel's already hard. Here's another one of the bigger Tantos with a really aggressive slicer grind on it. I think these are just beautiful knives. They really feel nice in the hand, and I think that grind, it kind of looks different, but it's actually, I think it's a beautiful grind. So another one of those. Here's one of the camp knives. This one doesn't have to get heat treated, but I'm still tinkering with the grind, trying to get it perfect. Here's one of my camp knives. I'm going to throw some scales on it, but I'm still just trying to clean up the bevels, get it perfect. So that's not going to heat treat, so I'll show you that. Here's a knife. I'm actually gonna, this is a new model I kind of just actually came up with tonight, and I call it this is going to be my sort of bushcraft knife. And I know it doesn't look like your traditional bushcraft knife, but I don't really think there's any rules against that. So you can see it's got a nice high flat grind. I'm still going to clean it up a little bit, and it's kind of got the traditional bushcraft handle scale with a little bit of an exposed tang is what I'm going to do, and it's just really comfortable, and it gives that little bit of naturally the blade edge is kind of tilted down from your hand, so it's a really that's a benefit when it comes to prolonged periods of cutting or slicing, which I think is good for a bushcraft knife. So that one's going to heat treat. I guess I'll show all 3 of these at the same time. These are 3 of my Woodsman models. Again, just that really nice high flat grind. This one's kind of a drop point. Well, they're all kind of drop points. This one I brought back a little bit further just to, these are all handmade, hand ground, so not any 2 are the same. Here's another one again. These are just simplicity at its finest, guys. It's just really simple handle. They end up nice and round. You can see them on my website and on past videos, but nice high flat grind with just a simple belly, a little bit of a drop point, so you have a little bit of a tip if you got to puncture anything, packages or anything like that. But yeah, I got 3 of those coming up. Again, they're almost ready to go. What else we got? Another Tanto here, same thing, a bit of a slicer grind, just really really like that grind. I really think it's effective and it looks good. So here's another one of the Tantos. We got all those going. And here's another one that I started grinding out. This is kind of like the Bushcraft model. This one actually, this one, my last video of my new design, that is this blade right here. The only thing I did is, instead of grinding out this inner arc here, like that, I just left that bit of the metal on there. So same exact blade, I just decided to keep it with that meat there in the hand. So that became the Bushcraft model. This is just a scrap piece of steel I had, so the handle's kind of weird looking, but I'll still play around with it. Really comfortable, actually. But and something about that really thin handle, I don't know, it's not something I usually do, but it kind of looks weird right now, so I'll clean it up a bit. But again, really comfortable. And yeah, that's it, guys. So these are all going to heat treat Sunday morning. Probably have to do 2 batches. These won't all fit in the oven at one time, but that's what that's kind of what I have going right now. So let me know what you think. Again, oh, I'll show you this too, I guess. I make these things too. This is like a kind of Peter Atwood inspired pocket tool style thing. It's got the holes drilled for sort of a basic paracord wrap, but basically what it is, it's chisel ground, so the back's all flat. This is 1095. The back's flat. That works as a bottle opener. It's kind of got like a chisel grind on the front, so it can be used for scraping. And then this isn't sharpened yet, but this bevel right here would have an edge on it to be used as like a blade. So, you know, interesting little tool, nice little handy thing to have around. So I play around with that kind of stuff too. I don't strictly do knives. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the designs and the blades and everything. And I always love reading your guys' comments. So once again, thanks for watching, guys.